everyone. Now let us continue with the channel of distribution, and today we have to study the mail order business. Mail order business, the recent trend is going on. Online shopping from home, purchase the goods from home, and many people are so crazy for the online shopping because it has so many advantages and disadvantages. Few disadvantages are there, but many more advantages are there. So there is no need to explain mail order business in detail. Everyone knows mail order business. So what happened in mail order business? The customer, by sitting at their home, came to know through mail or through an advertisement what the product is, or manufacturer also they are intimating or introducing their product by using the medias and approaching the customer to purchase their goods. Customers also just they are making the online order and then sending those order to the manufacturer, and manufacturer they are directly selling those goods to the customer at the place where they ordered, or in the premises of their own, is it, or in the premises of customer. So this is the mail order business. So what happened in mail order business? In mail order business, about exchanging. Once the manufacturer they are selling their goods, but they need something in exchange. So we are using money term, which is very easy and acceptable one. So the money, how the manufacturer will get the money once they sold the products to their customer. So by means of VPP, that is value payable post. This is the way. Or in advance they are getting the amount from the customer in advance, or they are getting the amount by means of the VPP, that is value payable post, and sending the goods or selling the goods to the customer. So this is all about the mail order business. The advantages of mail order business are there is no need of showroom or any shop. That means it reduces the cost of investment. There is no need of any showroom or shop. It means reducing the cost of investment, or capital required is minimum. Again, minimum expenses required because number of employees are also less. That's why the expenses are minimum. Then next, customer living in the remote area. Customer living in remote area, customer living in the, for example, military camp. So some people they are living in the interior places, or some people they cannot visit to the shop because of busy schedule, or because of the old age people. Some people are patient, they cannot visit to the shop, they cannot visit the market. So it is very advantageous to such a people who cannot visit the shop. As it. Then small capital, definitely we already discussed, such a shops require very small capital because there is no investment and no middleman. There is elimination of middleman. There is direct contact between the manufacturer and the customer. That's why there is no middleman, and that's why the manufacturer they offers the quality goods with the economical prices. No chance of bad debts, because this mail order business type of business works on the VPP, or in advance customer has to pay. Customer has to pay the payment in advance. That's why there is no chance of the debts, bad debts. Then wide market to sell the products. It is they are selling, mail order business works on the networking. So they are getting the wide chance, wide area of market to make an advertisement. That's it. And they are selling their goods by implementing the many activities, by performing campaigns, by advertising their products. So they came to know how much orders they are getting. They can estimate the number of orders or value of goods has to be ordered or has to be invested. Is it? So this type of, they came to know the business required amount in the business in advance. So it is advantageous to the mail order business. Now each and every part having some disadvantages. The same way mail order business is also having few disadvantages, like customer cannot explain their products before purchasing. Can we explain the goods before purchasing? No, we are just getting the information. We can see the picture, we can see the color, we can see the model, but actual we cannot examine the goods before purchasing. Second, overhead expenses are increased because it requires expenses over the advertisement, campaigns. Definitely it increases the expenses. For packaging also, packaging, advertisement, performing the campaigns, it increases the overhead expenses. That's why it increases the cost of goods. Then they are not providing any credit facility. It is disadvantageous. There is no credit facility is given. Then there is a chances of getting the goods damaged during transportation. There are chances getting the goods damaged during the transportation. And if the customer received the material but he is having any doubt, he has to inquire. So it takes too much time because we have to contact to the manufacturer. So if the customer having any query, any doubt or any inquiry, it takes too much time or there is a wastage of time. But we know it is very advantageous and it is beneficial to the customer also. But the person who are illiterate, customers who are illiterate, they cannot enjoy the benefit of online shopping or mail order shopping. Then there is no personal contact, directly face to face. We don't know who is the manufacturer. That's it. So this is about the disadvantages of mail order business. So next topic is types of mail order business. Types of mail order business. We know manufacturer mail orders are there, departmental mail orders are there, and mail orders are there. There is small scale mail orders. That is mail order business, manufacturer mail order. What is they are doing? Manufacturer themselves manufacturing the goods and they are selling those goods directly to customer. Manufacturer, otherwise what happened? Manufacturer selling their goods to wholesaler, then retailer, then customer. But here manufacturer mail order, the manufacturer they are manufacturing their goods and they are selling those goods directly to the customer. So this type of mail order known as the manufacturer mail order business. Departmental mail order business. In departmental stores, what happened? There is one department who can receive the mails and they are promptly providing the services over the mail. So such a mail order business are known as the departmental stores. And mail order business, that is middleman mail order business. Middleman, the manufacturer are lying somewhere else, any middleman or any agent, what they are doing, they are purchasing the goods in the small quantity and selling those goods the way how the manufacturer are there selling. But they act as the middleman. They are not involved in the activity of manufacturing, in activity of getting the mail and responding to the mail. They are purchasing their goods in small quantity and selling those goods to the customer through mail. That's it. So these are the types of mail order business, that is manufacturer mail order business, departmental mail order business and the middleman mail order business. So let us move further with the consumer cooperative stores. Consumer cooperative stores, in second chapter we have already studied the consumer cooperative society. Such a societies, how they start their own business. So by investing their own capital, they are starting their business, they are running the business. In consumer cooperative, example is military canteen. Example is military canteen. So what happened in consumer cooperative? In consumer cooperative, people belong to the same society. They are investing their small or large amount and they start a business. So such a type of business known as the consumer cooperative businesses. And who can purchase the goods from such a business? The only member they can get benefited with the services from such type of business. Again, such a type of business having the control of, or such a type of business have controlled by the members only, controlled by consumers only. Is it? And they are purchasing the goods directly from the manufacturer. That's why they can offer the quality goods with the less prices to the customer. So they thought, why should not we get benefited with the goods, quality goods with the low prices? That's why they are ready to invest their capital somewhere else and get benefited with the goods, quality goods with the lower prices. That's why members from the society, they came together and start the business by investing small or the large capital. Is it? So advantages of consumer cooperative stores. Consumer cooperative stores, customer get quality goods. They purchase the goods in large quantity directly from manufacturer. There is no middleman. That's why they can afford the goods with the lower prices or the economical prices. They are getting the quality goods with the economical prices. Is it? Next one is economic security. If any person having the threat about his the resources, the person he can invest or she can invest into another business. That's it. So it gives a economic security. It gives such a type of business, that is cooperative society type of business, gives the economic security to the person. They can invest their capital. That's it. Next one is consumer have control over the business. Such a cooperative type of business is controlled by consumer themselves. So any mistake happens or anything happen which is not going in a right way, they can correct it. Or whatever the benefits they will get, or whatever the profit they will earn, it belongs to them only. That's why such a type of businesses are opposed or controlled by the consumers only. That's it. Now next one is reduced overhead expenses. Cooperative society, they are not expensing on an advertisement. They are not expensing on decoration. They are not performing any campaigns. That's why definitely it reduces the overhead expenses. It means they can benefit the economical goods with the fair prices or with the low prices. Is it? It is just because of the reduces in the overhead expenses. Because they don't have to, in cooperative society, don't have to expense on the advertisement. Is it? Now disadvantages are such a type of business, they cannot appoint the skilled or experienced person. That's why such a business cannot work efficiently. That means we can say there is a lack of skilled person or there is a lack of experienced person. Then they cannot run the business on the large scale because investment is very less, capital is very less. That's why they cannot run on the large scale. And loyalty of the member is on desire, on their own desire. If anyone wants to invest, anyone wants to do the work, they will do. Otherwise, the misunderstanding or insincerity may affect the efficiency of an organization. That means in the simple word we can say loyalty of a member is on their own desire. That's it. So these are the disadvantages to the cooperative shops.